Welcome to Royal Drive Dubai, and today we're stepping into a true legend of automotive history, the 1970 Ford Falcon XY. A machine that didn't just define an era, it dominated it. More than 5 decades later, this car still commands respect, still turns heads, and still holds a special place in the hearts of collectors from Australia to Dubai. Let's get into it. To understand the Ford Falcon XY, you have to understand the world it was born into. The late 1960s and early 1970s were the golden age of the muscle car. Ford was already a global powerhouse, and in Australia, the Falcon name had become something far bigger than just a car badge. It was a national identity. The XY Generation, produced from 1970 to 1972, was the refined evolution of the XW before it. Ford took everything that worked, made it stronger, more refined, and more capable. The result was a car trusted by everyday families, police departments, and long-distance drivers across the vast highways of Oceania. But here's what really put the XY on the global map: the GT-HO Phase 3. This was not just a fast car. When it launched, it was officially recognized as the fastest 4-door production sedan in the world. 0 to 60 in around 6 seconds, with a top speed pushing close to 230 km per hour. In 1971, that was extraordinary. Today, collectors chase the GT-HO Phase 3 like it's buried treasure, and rightfully so. It is one of the most valuable and iconic Australian cars ever produced. Even if the car in front of us today is a standard XY, that GT-HO connection elevates the entire Falcon XY story to legendary status. Now let's walk around this beautiful 1970 Ford Falcon XY finished in its deep brown exterior. Standing at the front, the first thing that strikes you is the commanding rectangular grille, framed in chrome that catches sunlight with quiet elegance. The round headlights sit with a calm confidence, not aggressive, not trying too hard. Just honest, solid automotive design from an era when proportion and purpose were everything. The hood is long and flat, with that classic muscle era stretch that tells you there's something serious underneath. On GT variants, you'll find the famous shaker hood scoop, a raised intake that sits directly on the engine and literally vibrates with it when you rev. It's one of the most dramatic visual details in Australian motoring history. Moving to the sides, the body lines are clean and symmetrical. The steel panels are thick and straight, built for decades, not years. The wheel arches are slightly pronounced, giving the Falcon a grounded, planted stance. The chrome door handles and thin window frames add that minimal vintage elegance that modern cars simply cannot replicate. One important thing to watch for on any XY: rust. These cars are known for developing corrosion, particularly around the wheel arches and floor pans. Any serious buyer should inspect these areas carefully. A clean, rust-free XY like this one is genuinely rare and adds significant value. At the rear, the design stays true to its functional roots. The distinctive tri-section rectangular taillights are one of the XY's most recognizable features: unique, clean, and immediately identifiable at night. The chrome rear bumper adds durability and visual balance, and the trunk is wide and genuinely practical, designed for real Australian road trips, not showroom aesthetics. Stepping inside, the cabin of the 1970 Ford Falcon XY immediately takes you back in time, in the best possible way. The interior is wide and airy. The seats are upholstered in durable material with a firm but comfortable feel, designed specifically for long-distance cruising across Australia's vast highways. The brown exterior is complemented by a matching earthy interior tone, giving the whole experience a unified, vintage atmosphere. The dashboard is pure analog beauty. Large circular gauges dominate the instrument cluster, speed, fuel level, and engine temperature all displayed in a clear, direct layout with zero distraction. No screens, no notifications, no digital noise, just the road and the machine. The steering wheel is large and thin, perfectly matched to the driving character of this era. Every control is physical and tactile, buttons that click, levers that move with purpose. For driving purists, this is exactly what an authentic experience should feel like. Visibility from the cabin is excellent. Large windows, a commanding seating position, and a wide interior make this car feel spacious even by today's standards. Passengers relax, drivers feel connected. That's the Falcon XY cabin experience. Now let's talk about what's under that long hood, because this is where the XY's reputation was truly built. The 1970 Ford Falcon XY came with two primary engine options. The first is the 250 cubic inch, that's 4.1-liter, inline six-cylinder, a bulletproof workhorse known for its reliability and smooth torque delivery. This was the practical choice, the engine that kept Australian families moving for decades. The second, and the one that made enthusiasts truly excited, is the 302 or 351 cubic inch V8. That's 5.0 to 5.8 liters, specifically the famous 351 Cleveland V8. This engine is the heart of the XY's performance legacy. Deep, mechanical exhaust note, strong low-end torque, and the kind of power delivery that feels immediate and satisfying. The Cleveland V8 was not just powerful, it was durable, tunable, and became one of the most respected engines in Australian motoring history. For transmission, buyers had three options: a 3-speed manual, a 4-speed manual toploader which was the performance choice, or a 3-speed automatic cruise-o-matic for those who preferred comfort on long journeys. The GT-Ho Phase 3 took the 351 Cleveland to its highest factory tune, producing outputs that made it the fastest 4-door sedan on Earth at the time. Even in standard form, the V8 variants of the XY deliver a driving experience that is deeply satisfying. Behind the wheel, the Ford Falcon XY is pure vintage character. The steering is heavy and direct. There's no power assistance trying to soften your connection to the road. You feel everything. The suspension uses a leaf spring setup at the rear, which was standard for durability on long Australian highways. It absorbs big bumps well, though on rough city roads it can feel firm. One honest limitation: the turning circle is large. Maneuvering in tight city streets or parking lots requires patience. This is a car built for open roads, not urban congestion. But on the highway, it is completely in its element. Stable, composed, and relaxed at speed. The 351 Cleveland pulls smoothly through every gear, and the sound it produces is one of the great automotive experiences of its generation. Coming to the honest strengths and weaknesses of this machine, on the positive side, you get legendary engine options, especially the 351 Cleveland V8, bulletproof reliability, a spacious and practical cabin, iconic design with genuine collector value, and a mechanical layout that is easy to work on. On the other side, fuel economy is modest by modern standards, the steering is heavy, the turning circle is large, the wheel arches and floor pans are vulnerable to rust, and there are no modern safety systems or digital technology on board. But for enthusiasts, these are not flaws, they are simply part of the authentic classic driving experience. The 1970 Ford Falcon XY is more than a classic car. It is a piece of living history, from the families who trust it on Australian highways, to the GT-Ho Phase 3 that shocked the world with its performance, to the collectors in Dubai and beyond who still treasure it today. This is a car with soul, with story, and with an identity that no modern machine can manufacture. So tell me, do you own a classic, and which city are you driving from? Like and follow Royal Drive Dubai for more reviews like this.